In this video, we'll write the balanced net ionic equation for ammonium sulfate plus barium nitrate. So to do that, we first have to balance the molecular equation. I can see that I have two nitrates here and only one over here. So I'm going to put a 2 in front of the ammonium nitrate. That works well because I have two nitrates now, they're balanced. I also have two ammoniums. Over here, I have two ammonium ions. Those are good. We have the sulfate here, that's balanced. Barium, barium. So this is the balanced molecular equation. Now we can write the state for each substance. So if you know your solubility rules, ammonium compounds, very soluble. So we'll put an AQ, that's going to dissolve, dissociate, split apart into its ions. Nitrates, very soluble as well. We have ammonium nitrate. And then barium sulfate. Sulfates often are insoluble. In the case of barium sulfate, it's an insoluble compound. So because of that, we're going to write an S for solid. Since it's insoluble, it won't dissolve. In fact, when these react right here, it'll form a solid which will fall to the bottom of the test tube in a precipitation reaction. So now we have the states. We can split the strong electrolytes into their ions, and that'll give us the complete ionic equation. The ammonium ion, the whole thing, has a 1+ ionic charge. You should remember that. And we have two of them. So two of these ammonium ions, and I won't write the states right now. Let's do that at the end. The sulfate ion, whole thing 2-. So we have our 1 sulfate ion. Barium, that's in group 2 on the periodic table, that have a 2+ ionic charge. The whole nitrate has a 1-. So I have my barium ion, Ba2+, and then I have 2 of these nitrate ions. So 2 NO3-. And these are the reactants in our net ionic equation. For the products, we have our ammonium ion again and our nitrate ion. 2 ammonium ions, just like the reactants, and then 2 nitrate ions. And for our net ionic equations, we don't split solids apart. So we're going to keep this barium sulfate together as one compound. So we have barium sulfate. This is the complete ionic equation. Now we can cross out spectator ions. They're on both sides of the complete ionic equation. They haven't changed, so we're not interested in them. In the reactants here, I see 2 ammonium ions. In the products, there are also 2 ammonium ions. Get rid of those. 2 nitrate ions, and here again in the products. Cross those out, and what's left, this is the net ionic equation for ammonium sulfate plus barium nitrate. I'll clean it up, put the states in, we'll have our net ionic equation. So this is the balanced net ionic equation for NH4 BaSO4 plus BaNO3 2. You note that charge is conserved. We have 2-, 2+. That adds up to 0, gives us a net charge of 0. Over here, this is a neutral compound, net charge of 0. If you count the atoms up, they're balanced as well. Sometimes you'll see people put the positive ion first. Doesn't really matter. It's the same thing either way. This is Dr. B with the balanced net ionic equation for ammonium sulfate plus barium nitrate. Thanks for watching.